Hi, Stephen Callahan here at the SJCOE Fab Lab with another episode of Fast App Script for Teachers. We're going to take about 5 minutes and we're going to learn a calibrated computer science standard to make something useful for you, the teacher. So let's get started. The tool we're going to work on today is a whiteboard. Certainly we've used all of those in real life, but it's also useful to be able to use them now. Now, there are great whiteboard apps that exist there, but one of the great things about being able to code is you can make something that's perfect for you and your classroom. So let's try to write our own whiteboard app within the Google Suite. And I'm going to start off by using a Google slide. Now, while we're working on this, we get a chance to learn a computer science standard, 6-8 IC24. So this is something that students should be able to do by the time they're done with 8th grade, and it's about impacts of computing, which is an important part of the computer science standards, because computer science isn't just coding, it's also being able to understand how to solve problems with computers, and understanding what computers bring into our lives is really important as you're engineering the technology of tomorrow. So when we're addressing the standard, we want the students to compare trade-offs between allowing information to be public or keeping information private and secure, and there's value in both, right? Like if I make a website, I want that to be public. This video is public, but I also have data which I want to be able to keep secure. So if we're making a whiteboard app, maybe we want to keep some of that secure. We don't necessarily want everyone editing our whiteboard. And we want to be there for specific people. So the way that we've designed this is that we're going to add into the Google slide an easy way to share to a specific person, not that we couldn't share to a specific person before, but when we do that with our app, it's also going to put a label on a new slide to say that you can write right here. This is your whiteboard on our group slide. So let's try it out. Here we are in Google Slides. Notice I have just a regular Google slide with a title slide. Now, if I go to Tools, right there, I can go to the script editor. Now I can do that in Google Docs, Google Sheets, and obviously here in Google Slides. Here inside the script editor, it starts out with a myFunction function, and then there's some code that I've added to that. I also have here an onOpen function. Now, any code that I put inside the onOpen function runs as soon as I open up my slide. Now this code here, what it's doing is I get the user interface, I added a menu item called Workbook Menu, and I also told it to add this Add Pages item to the menu. And when I click on that, it's going to run the function myFunction. Okay, so again, I have the user interface, and what I do next is have a prompt to pop up, and that's going to ask a question to the user. Well, what it wants you to do is to add the email of the new participant. Fine. Now, down here, I have a little bit of logic. If, then. So I have if the button is the OK button, then great. We're going to add on an extra slide. We're going to share this slide, well, not just the slide, but the entire presentation to whoever has that email address. And we're also going to add on a slide and put that name or that email address onto that slide. And if the person hits cancel, well, we're not going to have anything run. All right. I'm going to save, and I'm going to go back and test out our code. Let's see what happens. So I go Menu. There's the button. I'm also going to check, is this shared to anyone? No, it's not. I'm going to share it to one of my email addresses. added a slide. It added the email address to the slide, and it has shared it to that email address. Okay, we've got a working tool. How can you change it to be perfect for you? Maybe you want each new slide that you add to have a different color. Maybe you want to add in some instructions. You're the engineer. Go ahead, engineer a better tool. And please come back and learn more. Have fun.